Hey YouTube, I'm the Tall Nerd. Welcome back, and, well, hopefully this is going to not take too long. Sorry, I'm a little out of sorts. As I mentioned in my last video, I'm in the middle of moving right now. The actual moving part's over, but a lot of the unloading, unpacking, organizing stuff, that's still going on. So, for the time being, this is what I have available to me to film in a decent place. Hopefully, by the time my next video goes up, I will have a more permanent, better set up place to do this. Fingers crossed, let's hope. But doing all this work and trying to get everything ready to move has given me a lot of time to think and just wonder and just let my mind go off into weird places and think about questions that I wouldn't think about normally, or things that just don't come up all that often, I guess. And one of the things that I kept coming back to was, what is it that makes this amazing community of nerds on the internet so awesome and so interesting, so special, and so amazing? Because it is, it really is. I mean, you can find a fandom for anything. You can find people with your same interests. There's a place for you on the internet. There is, you can find people, you can find things, whatever your favorite show, book, comic, anime, whatever it is that you love, you can find people who want to talk about it, want to debate about it, want to write fan fiction and make fan art and all of this kind of stuff. And it's so cool and it's such a unique experience. But more than that, what is it that makes nerds so awesome? And yeah, you heard me right. Nerds are awesome. If this is coming as news to you, well, I'm sorry. What can I say? But it's true. Nerds are awesome. And really, asking myself that question, what makes nerds so awesome, just kind of led me down this rabbit hole of different questions. But the one that I kept settling on, the one that I kept ending up coming back to, was, well, what is a nerd? And no, I'm not just, asking a question just to ask it. I want to know the answer. I want to know what other people think about this. So I did a little bit of research, not a ton, because I feel like nerd is a word that a lot of us use and a lot of us kind of understand intuitively, but we couldn't really describe it. We can't give a definition of what a nerd is. We can say, oh yeah, that person seems nerdy, or that's definitely a nerdy thing, but what makes it that? What makes it nerdy? What makes a person a nerd? So I started thinking about this, started looking at what other people have said. And I ended up remembering a video from the Vlogbrothers, specifically from John Green, where he talks about this. He talks a little bit about what is a nerd. And I will link to that video in the description if you want to see the whole thing, because I don't remember the whole thing off the top of my head, and I probably should have looked it up, but again, really tired, don't have time or energy to do a lot of things today. Okay. Anyway, what John Green had to say about it was basically that calling someone a nerd is saying, hey, you love stuff, because nerds are just allowed to be, well, nerds are allowed to love things. Everybody has their passions, everybody has the things that they love, the things that are important to them, but nerds are the ones who are allowed to go out and just be jumping up and down, oh my gosh, this is the best thing ever, excited about something. They're the only ones, it seems, who are allowed to just show that love to everyone, no matter what it is that they love, whether it's comic books or whether it's movies or just books, anime, and whatever it is. Nerds are just like, oh my gosh, yes, this is amazing, this is the best thing ever. And yeah, no shame. Maybe, no, I don't want to say that having no shame is what makes you a nerd, because that's not really it. For me, being a nerd means a few things. First of all, it means that there is something that you're passionate about, or maybe several things that you're passionate about. Me, I love comic books, I love movies, I love anime and manga, I love video games, so I'm passionate about things. Number two, you're not afraid to tell people that you're passionate about it. You're not afraid to express that love and excitement that you have for whatever it is. And the third one is the most important, at least for me. The third and most important thing to what makes a nerd is that nerds don't care if what they love is popular. That's something that comes up a lot. Nerds aren't popular, but we don't care. Doesn't care. I mean, who cares? It doesn't matter that our favorite thing isn't loved by everyone. I mean, it would be great if it were. But even if it's not, even if, you know, people are going to make fun of us for liking something, who cares? Nerds don't. Nerds just go with it. We love what we love, and that's all there is to it. So for me, that's what makes a nerd. Somebody who is just loves life, loves the things they love, wants to tell people about it, they're not ashamed of it, and they don't care whether or not it's popular or how popular it is. Now, that being said, it's pretty common for nerds to get kind of annoyed when all of a sudden the thing that they love gets kind of taken over almost, and just starts showing up in other places. Just one day, boom! It just became popular for no reason. And that can be annoying, but I don't think, for me, any exposure that my favorite things get is good. I mean, I want these things to get out there. This is part of the reason why I spotlight stuff, because there's cool stuff out there, and I want to share it with the world. I want more people to know about what these things are. Whoops. Anyway, so while it can be kind of frustrating to deal with people who, you know, have seen one movie or one particular adaptation and think that that is the be-all, end-all, and that's the most amazing thing and the most amazing incarnation that has ever or could ever exist, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter. Those kinds of fans will come and go, and nerds will stay true forever. That's just how it goes. And that's kind of my view, or what I've gotten from, you know, thinking about what a nerd is, or who we are as nerds. I'm sure that there's a lot more out there. I'm sure that anyone watching this, I'm sure that all of you have your own opinions on what a nerd is. If you have them, leave them below in the comments. I'd be really interested to see what anyone and everyone has to say about it. But before I go, it is time again for my spotlight. And today, I want to talk about a video that I saw here on YouTube just this morning, I think. And it was one of the coolest things that I've ever seen. It was robot sumo wrestling. Now, maybe you've already seen this. It was on the trending page for a while. It's awesome. It is exactly what it sounds like. A couple of little robots go into a ring, and whoever pushes the other out of the ring first wins. And man, these things are fast. I mean, they are just zipping around like crazy. And it's awesome. It's definitely worth a watch. I think it's like 10 minutes long. You don't have to watch the whole thing. I honestly didn't. I skipped around a bit because, yes, robot sumo wrestling is awesome, but watching, I don't even know, 100 of them, a couple hundred of them, they kind of start to blur together after a while, but it's definitely worth a watch. You should definitely, everyone should go watch this video. It's that cool. And hey, with that, that is all that I have for today's video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you'd like. But hey, until next time, have a great day.